everyone, shit. Okay, let's start it again. 3, 2, 1. Hey everyone, First Order here, and welcome back to another Star Wars video. Now in this one, we'll be discussing the Battlefront 2 June update, everything that was in it, and how I feel about it and what should be changed. So without wasting any more time, let's just dive right into it. Firstly, I feel like the update was pretty meh compared to others in the past, but it's still a really good update. Just in comparison to others, it wasn't amazing. The TX-130 is great. We finally have a counter to the AAT, thank God. The Droideka is meh, but we'll get into that later. And the skins are perfect. I was honestly shocked at how good the 212th Phase 1 Scout skins looked. By far one of my favorite skins in this game so far. I'm definitely going to be picking up that one before the 41st Scout skin, especially since the 41st is a epic rarity. But there are some meh things with this update. Like, let's just get into the Droidekas. Yeah, this thing is extremely underpowered and actually kind of sucks. However, I was for certain a couple months ago 100% thinking the Droidekas were not going to be added in Battlefront 2. Like, there's been so much controversy and drama regarding the Droidekas in the past, like them not being in launch, DICE releasing the clone customization image with the Droideka in the background. There's just been so much controversy with Droidekas, I was just thinking they're not going to add it. But, you know what? We have them now. So anything can happen with this game, honestly. So I just want to thank DICE extremely, thank you for doing this. I don't know how long they've been working on it. I don't know how long the project has been in works and them having to be delayed because of the progression system or Han Solo season or anything that was required by Disney. But we have them. However, they're probably the most fun I've had using a reinforcement. I love rolling around. I've had experiences where me and 4 other Droidekas are just in one hallway. It is amazing. Or just, I've had experiences being the one being killed by 5 Droidekas in a hallway. Yeah, it was annoying, but I can imagine like their reaction to 5 Droidekas killing Anakin Skywalker. Like, they're probably enjoying the hell out of it. But I played for about 4 to 5 hours today, getting footage and just testing the new features out. And 70% of the kills of my Droideka, I'd say, were clone bots. So currently the Droideka costs 1,000 battle points. That is extremely low. I don't know if that's just for the first couple days since it's a new reinforcement, like they did with the Droid Commando, or if that's going to be the final cost. And 5 are allowed on one map. And again, thank you DICE for making it, but I honestly think you guys were almost scared to make it too OP due to the response of Anakin. You guys got to start getting a little bit better at balancing the game. I don't know if EA Game Changers were allowed to play this build of the game or at EA Play or anything, but that program was put into place to stop things like this. I also don't think some of the EA Game Changers, who I won't name, but are too scared to say negative things, because if you say something negative, like too negative or be too negative as an EA Game Changer, you may not get invited to the next thing. Like, I know some YouTubers who are EA Game Changers but are somewhat negative, or not entirely negative but extremely honest, and they weren't invited to like EA Play or something. It's like if a movie sucks and you're a movie reviewer who watches it early, you're more inclined to be less harsh, and that is the thing. If you are a movie reviewer who gets invited by the producer or publishers to see this movie reviewers also have after parties which are paid for the food and everything, and the food can sometimes be like gourmet steaks and like that. So it's basically the same thing, EA paying for these Game Changers to come out to a certain area, Sweden, LA, pay for their hotels, food, etc. You're going to be less inclined to say something negative, so I don't know if something regarding those lines, that they didn't say anything. I don't even know if they were able to play this build of the game previously before of us, but that is one negative I want to say about EA Game Changers, is that sometimes you want to not be negative at all because you want to be invited to the next ceremony, or the next, the next event. There we go. Anyway, back to Battlefront 2 in this update. How I'd fix this is, firstly, Droidekas are some of the most powerful droids in the Separatist army. In episode 1, Obi-Wan's like Master Destroyers, and they just run out of there. Like, they don't even want to bother with that. The Droidekas are extremely powerful. So I think DICE would do a complete rehaul on their damage, health, and cost. Boost cost to 2,500 battle points. Reinforcements should be the in-between of heroes and troopers. Currently, the Droideka is on par with some troops, I'd say. Next, increase the Droideka's damage. The Droideka blasters remind me of a DH-17 from Battlefront 2015, just with explosive shot activated. I think it's the drop rate that makes the Droideka's damage feel bad, but even up close, I find myself doing terrible with the Droideka. But I've heard others say up close the damage is perfectly fine, so it may just be the drop-off rate. Anyway, next, increase the health. Please increase the health or the shield health. You die way too quickly with these mini tanks. They should have more health and should essentially be a rolling mini tank. Like, I've seen videos of the shield, your Droideka's shield being deactivated within a couple of shots. That shouldn't happen. Like, or there should be like a star card. Like, I don't think Droidekas should be an enforcer. I think they should have been their own class with their own star cards, because with the current star card setup, there's like not enough customization, I'd say. Like, I want a star card that can increase the amount of shield health I have with my Droideka, or increase the amount of damage, increase the fire rate, increase the rolling speed, or increase the time in between rolling, because that's like, I'd say a good 60% of my deaths with the Droideka is changing from its standing form into its rolling form. Like, I just die, like, it takes 2 or 3 seconds and you die extremely quickly in that transition. So I honestly think the Droideka should be its own separate class. Maybe that's going to be in the future, but it should be its own class to add a little bit more customization to your own Droideka, because the Droideka just feels like basically a rolling super battle droid, I'd say. Anyway, also, blaster damage should not be weakened while shooting out of the shield. Droidekas are mini tanks. If you're going to limit the damage, don't do it as much as you already have currently. So if you're going to limit the damage, at least do it a little bit. So if you're going to limit the damage, don't do it this much, just do it a little bit. And finally, decrease the amount allowed on a map to 4 or 3. The Droideka can be one of the best reinforcements in this game, and in my opinion, so far the most fun I've had playing as a reinforcement. It reminded me of the Commando droid. I love playing as a droid commando. Same thing with the Droideka. It's just that they're way too weak, and there's definitely too many of them on the map. 5 defending the second wave, like as the Republic wins ground phase and they go on to the Separatists. Like, I've seen just like 5 Droidekas just line up in in the A or B like terminal. Just 5 Droidekas just in a circle around that. Like, it's a little too much. It may just be for the first couple of days because it's a new item and everyone wants to play it, but definitely decrease the amount of Droidekas allowed on one map, because man, especially if you're gonna buff them, because these things are basically mini tanks. So treat them as such. Anyway, enough of the Droideka, because that's been most of this video. In summary, buff the damage, increase health, increase cost, decrease the amount allowed on map. Then we'll have a great Droideka. Now, the TX-130 is amazing, definitely if you have all purple star cards. However, the only ability I don't like is the middle one. I think it's the charge up one. I don't know how else it's like you charge up your blast and you fire like looks like an EMP, not an EMP blast, like a blue laser bolt basically. I don't know if it's too underpowered or I just suck at it, but I haven't gotten 1 kill using it, so be sure to comment down below if you have the same feelings, but it may just be me. I may just suck at the TX-130 middle ability. Naboo Capital Supremacy, I don't have much to say. If I rank the maps from worst to best, it would be Kashyyyk, Kamino, Naboo, Geonosis, but that list could change with Kamino and Naboo switching, because I haven't played Naboo honestly that much. I've played it about 5 or 6 times, but that list could change. Anyway, that's all the new additions in the update. Now, there are some glitches I've been seeing. I don't know how some are activated. Like, I saw a Droideka in ball form with its shield up.
Capturing a command post.
That's definitely not supposed to happen. And I saw Anakin using Retribution. Actually, no, I used Anakin's Retribution. I don't know if I think I've recorded it. I don't know if I haven't looked back at the footage I've recorded today, but in my game, I used Anakin's Retribution. It just continuously kept pushing him back and back and back, and until the Droidekas killed themselves by falling off the map. I haven't looked back at the footage. It may just be 2 Droidekas being stupid and walking backwards, but I don't know if that's the case, because I think they'd be more self-aware, not in 2 purposely walking backwards to their death committing suicide. So, you know, it may just be the Retribution being a glitch, or I may just be looking at it wrong, because I haven't looked back at the footage. The Heroes vs. Villains countdown is back to 10 seconds instead of 6. I don't know if this was intentional or not, because it wasn't in the patch notes. And finally, the Specialist Bubble Shield is the same size as the Droideka. that shouldn't happen. I don't know if they just increased the special size, or I don't know if these two cannot exist at the same time, and they're just like, yeah, let's just increase the specialist bubble size since we have the Droideka bubble size. And yeah, the glitches aren't as bad as previous patches. Like, I remember the Grievous one was horrendous. He would use the thrusting surge, or the thrusting ability. He would attack an enemy and just do a complete, like, 360 for a couple seconds and just, like, yeet himself and just, like, run in one direction, continuously using the thrusting charge until he's dead. So, you know, it's much better than the previous patches, but there are still some glitches in this patch that need fixing. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. How do you feel about the June update? Be sure to comment down below how you feel about it. If you agree with my Droideka take, what's your favorite new edition of the game? What's your new favorite edition of the update? Be sure to let me know down below. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like, blast a like, and all of that good stuff. And if you are new, why don't you subscribe? For all things Star Wars, this is the First Order, signing out.
Target, watch out! Give them everything we've got!